The Nottoway plantation in White Castle has been declared a total loss after a massive fire yesterday afternoon. Officials are now working to clear the remains of the historic site. Jordan Ponzio joins us live in Iberville Parish as that cleanup continues.
Brittany, it's now been over 24 hours since that fire started, and the fire marshal's office is here currently investigating the cause of that fire that completely destroyed the Nottoway plantation mansion. That fire started a little after 2 p.m. yesterday in the south wing of the mansion. 10 different fire departments responded to the fire. After the first couple of hours, it seemed that it was contained until high winds caused it to re-spark. I was out here this morning through around 1 o'clock, and the White Castle Fire Department were still dousing the structure with water as hot spots kept arising. I spoke with the parish president, Chris Daigle, today, who said the 166-year-old plantation did not stand a chance against this blaze.
An old facility like this is that old cypress material, right? It's what the installations are built out of. And once something like this gets going, it's really hard to stop.
Now, the cause of that fire is still under investigation. We will, of course, give you that update when we get it. Reporting live in White Castle, Jordan Ponzio, WBRZ News 2.
Let's stop pretending this was just some beautiful southern mansion. Nottoway Plantation was a monument to slavery. It was the largest slave-built mansion in the South. 64 rooms, 53,000 square feet. But every brick, every beam was laid by black hands in chains. John Randolph used over 150 enslaved people to build a white marble dream for himself, while our people lived and died in hell just feet away. Chandeliers for his daughters, crumbs and cruelty for our ancestors. And somehow, they had the nerve to call it history worth preserving. They turned it into a resort, a wedding venue, a luxury museum, but never once told the truth about the blood it was built on. Then came May 16th, 2025, the day it burned to the ground. And no, we're not mourning, we're not sad, we're satisfied. That fire? It wasn't just wood and smoke, it was ancestral vengeance. It was the cries of the enslaved, finally answered. Because for once, it was their legacy that turned to ash, not ours. Let it burn. Let it all burn. Let every monument to our suffering burn until it's no more. Because what they built on our backs should never have stood to begin with.
It's Ezekiel 35 and 15. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord, Yahawah Yahawashi. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. And over pray that this lesson be edifying and comforting to the elect. So yeah, this will be called a sign of things to come, you know. And you know, that opening clip, 2 clips showed the you know, one of the largest plantations in the South in Louisiana burned to the ground, you know. And there's so many scriptures that was coming to mind because, you know, let's start off with this, because this is what I'm thinking about. Because there's a clear what's the word I'm looking for? Separation between Esau, Edom, the so-called white people, and the Israelites, man. You know, the Edomites that were You know, going to that fucking place and having weddings and celebrating its historical, history, remembering its rich history and all that shit that they were saying. You know, Jake, on the other hand, is like, man, fuck that place, man. You know, it should have never been in existence anyway, because it's just a memorial to the fucking evil shit that these devils have done to us. And that's why, through the Spirit, I named this lesson a sign of things to come, because that's what's the word? I guess a microcosm. I forget how the word goes, Salakia. But that place burning down, which it represented the oppression of our people, right? Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, is a sign of a greater, event that's soon to take place, which will be done by fire, which will be the whole land of Babylon being burned, completely and utterly eradicated, burned to the ground, because of all the atrocities that these devils have done to our people, man. So, it's definitely a beautiful time, and we are indeed witnessing the downfall of our enemies, our top enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, woman, and child, man. So yeah, we're not fucking sad about that shit at all. We, hope and pray that the Lord continues to accelerate this place. Let more of those places burn down. Let more of their bridges fall apart. Let more divisions happen. Let more of them, fight against each other and disagree and, be divided. Because as the Lord said, the kingdom divided shall not stand. We're hastening the coming of the day of the Lord. When the Lord comes to really, completely, utterly destroy this goddamn place, man. And put them devils in captivity. So this is Psalms 137 and 7. Psalms 137 and 7 says, remember, O Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So this has been a constant, back and forth with our top enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white people, man. So they were celebrating at our downfall. So why wouldn't any Israelite in their right mind celebrate when they go down, man? But of course you got these simpletons, Jake cooning, caping for Esau, basically parroting the same shit. Oh, it's part of history, man. Fuck that, man. Though hand joining hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. So you want to go over there and take a bullet for Esau? Well, hey, you catch a bullet and Esau's still catching that same one, man. That same destruction that's coming from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. So, hey, good for you, man. Let's see. So I got some scriptures written up. Matter of fact, let's get that, since I just mentioned it. Romans 12. Let's get that. Because you devils are on your way out, man. You're fucking through, man. This is Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves. Right? So we're waiting for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi to rise up to the prey, man. As the scriptures say. Waiting for Yahawashi to rise up to the prey. Dearly, Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord, man. And hey, you punk ass crackers, man. You got some, man. For all the atrocities that you have done to the children of Israel, man, you got some hell coming your way, man. Rightfully so. And I hope and pray that I get to witness it. Revelation 17 and 16. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just run through them. You know, I didn't put them in any certain order. It's Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns, which represents the NATO and the EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, right? Excuse me. 10 horns represent the EU, Salaki. They're part of the beast. And which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, right? And shall make her desolate. And the whore is America, man, Babylon the Great, that sitteth upon the beast, right? And shall make her desolate. Let me see, hold on, Salaki. Yeah, God. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, right? Because they're these nations that were in league with Babylon, you know, are gonna hate the whore, man, and they're gonna shoot missiles upon this place, man, and utterly destroy it with fire, just like that plantation, man, because of all the atrocities that they have done to the nation of Israel, man. Let's see, this is Jeremiah 50, 14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, right? All ye that have that nuclear capability. It says, shoot at her, at Babylon, spare no arrows, right? ICBM missiles, for she have sinned against the Lord, man. You know, so there's great destruction coming to Babylon the Great, man. A great burning, just like the plantation. Excuse me. This is 2 Peter 3 and 10, and it reads, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, man. You know, so there's multiple scriptures that go into the complete and utter destruction of Babylon the Great, man. Let's keep going. Isaiah 24, 19, and it reads, the earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly, right? So the earth is moved, like, you know, what can cause the earth, the elements to melt, you know, with fervent heat, the earth to be moved, you know, to and fro like a drunkard, like the scriptures say. The ICBM missiles, man. It says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. A sign of the times to come, man.
Let's stop pretending this was just some
Sign of the times to come. Look at this bitch.
And we have new details this morning on that fire at historic Nottoway Plantation in White Castle.
Yeah, you can see the devastation.
Look at that shit. Beautiful. These damn crackers all upset and shit. But that's y'all's future, man. That's your devil's future. This whole bitch that you have pride in is going to be utterly burned with fire. All praise to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for that, man. Let's keep going. Isaiah 13 and 11. Alright, so it says Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Look at, you know, the Lord already starting to humble these damn devils, man. They're over there so proud and happy about this plantation and this rich history, as they say, having weddings and events and, you know, walking the slave quarters and, yo, man, fuck you devils, man. great destruction, judgment, mourning, lamentations, and woes are coming to all you fucking devils, man. Rightfully so, man. Matter of fact, let's get this, man. You devils really piss me the fuck off, man. Got the nerve to fucking to make a fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, a fun house attraction out of a place that was built off of suffering, man. You know, there's another. Let me get this too before I forget. Let's get this. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city, and woe means destruction. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not, man. So destruction to that place, man. And it says, woe to a city. Let me see. There we go. Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. Behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in their very fire, and people shall weary themselves for very vanity. That's pretty much the point. So woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity, man. You know, destruction to that place, man. You're gonna sit there and make a tourist attraction out of a place that was used to oppress, you know, lynch and you know, enslave our people, and have wedding events there and parties and celebrate and walk the grounds where you know, Jake is probably buried under those same fucking grounds. Well, you devils is something else, man. You devils is something else. Let me see. Isaiah 13:13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord of hosts, reading armies, and in the day of his fierce anger, and it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined onto them shall fall by the sword. Right? So any you Jakes, you know, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that love your oppressor so much, this scripture is for you, man. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined onto them, right? The vessels of wrath that are fitted for destruction, the Edomites, the wicked. If you're joined onto these goddamn devils, right? You shall be. It says, and everyone that is joined onto them shall fall by the sword, man. So you love these damn devils so much, then you're gonna fall with them damn devils, man. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished, man. So great destruction is coming to all you fucking devils, man. Let's get another one. Let's see. Let's get this one. Let's go stay in Isaiah for a second. Isaiah 51:22. Isaiah 51:22. Yep. Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, and thy power, that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling. Right? So the curses, you know, all the judgment that had to go upon the nation of Israel, right? That's what the cup of trembling represents. Even the dregs of the cup of my fury, right? All the bitter, that, Jake had to go through under these devils. Thou shalt no more drink it again, right? So as the scriptures say, the Lord will take the curses that are on us and put it upon our enemies, man, and upon them that hate us. That's what's happening. The curses are starting to go upon these devils. And it says, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, right? I will, our enemies and our top enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over, right? So the Lord is going to put that cup into the hand of them that afflict us, man. So let's get Baruch 4, and I'll start at 25. And it reads, matter of fact, let me 25. And it reads, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. Right? These devils are gonna reap what they sow, man. He that diggeth the pit, the same shall fall therein. He that rolleth a stone shall roll upon them, roughly paraphrasing, man. So you devils, because sentence against the evil work isn't executed speedily, they thought that the Lord was with them, man. They thought that the Lord just forgot about all of the fucking evil shit that these devils that they have done, man. But they are sadly mistaken, man. And everything is beginning to come out as the judgment is beginning to come down in these devils, man. Inquisition has been being made. Esau is being made bare. All of this evil shit is coming out to the forefront. As evidence in this Inquisition period, man, against these damn devils, man. Before the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, brings down judgment on these devils, man. Everybody's gonna know who the devil, who the wicked really is, man. My delicate ones, 26. My delicate ones have gone rough ways, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for you shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you, right? The curses, right? For as it was your mind to go astray, right? We went astray from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's why the curse came upon us. The curse was poured upon us, as the scriptures say. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, right? So misery is coming to you devils, man, for all the fucked up shit that you've done to the children of Israel, man. And this is just the beginning. It's only going to continue to get worse for you devils, man. And then you're going to go into captivity. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So you're going into fucking slavery. You devils want to sit there and romanticize slavery and remember the good old days, or whatever the fuck you punk ass devils think in your monkey ass minds. Well, guess what? You are going to suffer what you made us suffer. An eye for an eye, man. This is why all these tensions are rising up, between, Jake and Esau, man. Because all the fucked up shit that you devils have done is being brought to the forefront, man. That's what critical race theory is all about. You don't want your little devil babies to know how fucked up their ancestors are, man, and how fucked up their people are in general, man. But that's part of this Inquisition period going on, where all your evil, wicked, disgusting deeds are being brought to the forefront, and shameful spewing is being put on your glory, man. The caucasity to have a plantation wedding is crazy. To plan it out and say we're gonna have our wedding on a plantation is fucking insane. But it just proves the hatred that you have toward the children of Israel, man. And that's why we're rejoicing at the fall of you goddamn devils, man. Because you rejoiced at our fall. The Lord said he was but a little displeased with us, and you forwarded the affliction. You went overboard, man. And you still do to this very day. So that's why we're hastening to come into the day of the Lord, to come and stick his foot up your fucking ass, man. Fucking devils, man. 31st verse. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall. Did y'all devils not rejoice at the fall of Israel? Saying raise it even to the foundation thereof. So why wouldn't we rejoice at the fall of you damn devils, man? We wanted to continue and to speed up, you know. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, right? As you devils rejoiced at our ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude. Right? Great sorrows are coming to you devils, man. Many great sorrows are coming to you proud ass devils, man. Living in your little cul-de-sacs, living over by the lake, you know. You have your the fatness of the earth, right? You're living on Easy Street, whistling Dixie up and down the fucking street with your fucking Dockers and shit on. Many great miseries are coming to you fucking devils, man. Your women are starting to fucking hate you. Your children don't disrespect you. Your children are offing you. A lot of time you're offing yourselves. Can't make ends meet. The middle class is disappearing. Your own people are the ones poisoning the fucking air that you breathe, the water that you drink, the food that you eat. You're scared because your numbers are dwindling. Your women aren't having children. Your numbers are truly small. You're scared of the browning of America. You niggas are through, man. You're fucking through. And it's only gonna get worse. 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Yo, this whole land, America, Babylon the Great, will be turned into a fucking desert where only desert creatures dwell, man. From sea to shining sea, man. So this, plantation is a sign of things to come. And let me end off on this one. This is Sirach, otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, 25 and 7. And it reads, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Call Halal Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning. Fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of this bitch. Salutation to my fellow brethren that are pushing his word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. I want to say Abba Ball, Abad Esau Edom, and Kwam Yasharala. Hey, shalom. To the next one.